Hey, I'm Jeffrey.
I'm Crystal, and you're just chilling with JK. We are a married couple
with 3 beautiful kids
from Brooklyn, New York. Come chill as we discuss
whatever the we want.
Welcome back to another episode.
Welcome back, y'all.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
We appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Happy March. We're in a new month.
Yes. March your ass to spring now. Tired of just cold ass weather.
Yeah. Same. We should have been moved. But that's another story.
There we go.
We're going to get right into it. This topic is about expectations versus reality when getting married. And for us, it wasn't like reality hit us like bang, this is what's about to happen and whatever, you have to get through it. But it was just more so of like, we just thought out the process and what we wanted and what we didn't want, and we just came to the conclusion that this is what's going to happen. So tell them, what was your expectations of getting married?
Well, my expectations for my wedding day was to do it big. Like
What's doing it big for Jeffrey Verna?
having
10 groomsmen?
having 5 groomsmen.
It was 10.
Having 10? Damn.
We were waiting at the time for our Chinese food under the train tracks, and we were outside waiting for it. And I asked you, so you're telling me you want to have 10 groomsmen at a wedding? Do you know how expensive that is? I don't even have 10 bridesmaids. You don't remember this conversation?
Well, I said I would put the bridesmaids together too, but yeah, definitely, because I was like trying to get all my brothers, and then at the same time, my friends that I had at, at the time. So, yeah, so definitely, I wanted a big wedding. I wanted a big extravaganza, the destination wedding out in, I didn't care what island it was. It had to just be somewhere other than the United States, because after experiencing the wedding that my older brother had, it was like pretty dope having it, somewhere destination, because it allowed, your visitors to, experience a different place, and at the same time come and party and celebrate pretty much life for the union between two, lovers. And yeah, that was my drive. That was like, I was gun-ho on it, and we were going through the details of all of that. And yeah, it was us realizing, I don't want to just jump to it. Yeah.
My
go ahead.
expectations for getting married was simple, plain Jane, nothing big, just like immediate friends, immediate family at a destination wedding. I definitely did want to have a destination wedding, being at a beach or some sort, something very warm and, like romantic.
And non-Tobago. Because I told her, don't do it in Tobago because we go there.
Yeah. And so for me, I didn't want like a whole lot of extra stuff, like bridesmaids and like florals and extravagant decor and all that other stuff. Like, I just wanted it to be really like chill, laid back. I guess at the time I didn't know like what type of theme, but now being the person I am, it would have been like a bohemian type of theme, right? Really earthy and stuff like that.
Yeah, the Crystal now.
Yeah, but no, but like that's
back then too.
That's kind of what I wanted, but I didn't know what it was called, because when you look at my Pinterest and you see the things that I pinned your burgundy suit that you wanted, which we both had agreed, like, yeah, that would be cool.
It was a burgundy double-breasted with the flat. Yeah.
And I had wanted like a light pale, like cream or like brownish dress. Like all the things that I pinned on my Pinterest. It was just like earth tones type of thing, but I just wanted it at the beach. And so for me, like, that was it, right?
Yeah.
We also wanted to get married on our anniversary. And we also wanted to do it, like, we wanted to have a long engagement, I guess, because we wanted to make sure we had enough money for it, where we wouldn't have to, like, have anyone invest in our wedding, right?
Yeah.
And so it's not that we didn't realize that it wasn't going to happen anytime soon. It was just more so like, at this point, we were already engaged for like maybe 9 months. And so this was 2014. We were engaged for 9 months. And then
we had Lucas.
We had Lucas. And then once we had Lucas and experiencing what Jeffrey experienced and seeing it happen, it was just like, oh no. The way hospitals were treating him, I don't know if it's because he was black or because we weren't married, but
no, it was either or, black
either
or whatever.
way, it was still wrong.
Yeah.
Because he's the father of this child and they didn't treat him as such. And so it was just a horrible experience that we just didn't want to encounter again. And so for him, well, I shouldn't be expressing how you felt. If you wanted to explain.
Yeah, no, I was going to explain, in detail what happened, but if you would like to leave a voice message, please check us out on anchor.fm/justchillinwithjk. Alright, let's just get into it. So basically, during his Lucas delivery in the hospital, it just wasn't comfortable for me. Not that it had to be, but the focus is Crystal. But at the same time, I know when she's in pain, and I know that information that if she can't speak, I can address you with this information that they're asking. So there were certain things, personal information that they was asking Crystal that I knew the answers to, because I'm there all the time with her, all of the visits and stuff like that. So I would explain to the doctors, what I know. So the nurse that was there was, trying to shut me up pretty much, because she felt like I shouldn't be, answering for her. Maybe I don't know anything because we don't have the same last names. And it was just like, they were about to kick me out the triage room pretty much, because they felt like I wasn't supposed to be there. And in the delivery room, even with me filming, they started making it an issue. And I'm like, I can't film my child's birth. Like, come on, like, you can't, like, how could, you do that? So there was so many other things that happened too, but
even
it's
with the IV
continue
and not being able to get it in, and
kept on
you
pricking your
expressing to them that it hurts, like you're hurting her. And even that, like, they were very dismissive towards you.
And like me explaining, giving history and all of that stuff. So it was just a negative experience, and I just didn't like it.
Now that it was 9 months of us being engaged, and then having, well, technically 8 months, because it was February we got engaged, or 15th. And so the fact that, like, then now it was 2015, right? So 2015, like around August, I guess, we decided, or was it like later on? We were like, well, I don't think we should wait anymore, simply because we're expecting our second child. And just knowing everything that we knew from Lucas's birth, we just didn't want to happen for Millie's birth, right? But we didn't realize that we changed a lot in terms of having a specific doctor, not going to the hospital, but going to a private clinic to monitor her growth and stuff like that, and eventually to be delivered. So, like, with all those changes that happened, we technically would have probably been okay, since we we grew a relationship with
the
the
doctors
doctors,
at that
but
private one.
we didn't know that was going to happen, right? So
Yeah.
we didn't want to have the same thing that happened with Lucas to happen with Millie, and for you to feel that way, and for, you know, I wanted you to have a great experience too, because this is both of us having a baby again together. And so we were like, let's just, you know, get officially married, and then we can always have a destination wedding
After,
and it was just like, it wasn't really like a plan. It was just more so a conversation that we knew that we had to have, right?
Because the thing is, what we wanted, either way, small or big, it was going to cost a lot, and we weren't in the financial position to do either or. And yeah, we were just like, all right,
should we even spend money on a big wedding, or just have a small, intimate dinner instead, right? Have our ceremony at the courthouse, and then have our family meet us at a restaurant, and we just all enjoy each other's presence, right?
Exactly.
And so after we thought about it, we were just like, I think this is the best choice for our family, because in the long term, just us having the same last name in the hospital room will, eliminate that experience again.
Exactly. So we went and jumped the broom.
Yes, at the courthouse. And I felt like that was like the best decision we made, just because of like, one, how much debt people incur because of a wedding. But also, it's like, for us, it was like, okay, like, I want us to be not waiting on this big ceremony, this big expectation of having this big ceremony. Well, I didn't really want a big ceremony anyway. It I kind of guess manifested this
small,
part.
intimate, one.
And then also, it just made me realize, like, there's no limit to or time frame of when we can have this destination wedding. You know what I mean? Like, we can have it from 10 years from now or 20 years from now, whenever.
Yeah.
But it was just like, wow, like, I'm just so happy that we just jumped the broom and decided to just do it this way, because one, Millie was in my belly, so she got to be part of it, right? Lucas was there, like, he was what, one and...
He was about what?
And one and some change.
By November 2015.
Yeah, 1 and some months.
1 in like 2 months, 3 months.
So he got,
2 months.
So he got to be part of it. Our immediate family got to be part of it. And then the dinner, as well. Close friends were there.
Yeah.
And it, for us, like, even like in terms of like not being, I guess I was kind of like nauseous and sick and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And stayed up late to make my outfit, because I made my jumpsuit, and being so gun ho on making it, and like you can see,
and we didn't
my
share
little
with
pudge.
anyone yet. Yeah.
Yeah, no one knew that we were pregnant with Millie, but with family members comes rumors and this and that we're not going to get into right now.
Yeah, that's the negative aspect.
But honestly, like, it was a beautiful day, because as tired as I was from staying up late, I was so excited. Just the fact that, one, I made my outfit. I got married in the outfit that I wanted to make. That I wanted to wear. And two, like, just us, like, just being us and just doing things on our own terms, like, this is what we want, this is what we're gonna do, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And also the fact that, like, afterwards, like, we came back to our apartment and then changed and, like, went to the restaurant. We had a specific space designated for it, because we had planned Soco
on Myrtle, I forgot what it's between, but that's in Brooklyn, New York. Myrtle Ave.
I don't know if they still exist.
I don't know,
because we're vegan now.
Yeah.
But so we had our dinner there and just, like, enjoying the moment. But I was so nauseous, guys. Like, I was so nauseous. I couldn't really enjoy the food and the smells of foods and stuff like that, that I was just like, just enjoying everyone that was there. And then afterwards, like, I think that was the only night we ever spent apart from our kids, like for a long time.
That was the first time we spent a night away from Lucas.
Yeah, but even after that, like, having all three, we never spent the night away from them.
My birthday.
No, but how long ago was that?
Yeah.
So it was just like an experience of, like, technically we had a kid in my belly, you know, but we enjoyed that moment, being in a hotel in the city, and, like, you know, just enjoying that moment of, like, wow, we're really married, and just the quiet. I just remember enjoying the bed and sleeping. Remember, because I was so tired and just so nauseous. Even when we went to dinner, remember we went to some Spanish, was it Spanish or Mexican place? And, like, I enjoyed the food, but I was like, I'm so nauseous because I smell other people's food. But I feel like it was it was a day that was supposed to happen. We got married on Friday the 13th, and it was such a beautiful day. It was cold.
Yeah, we had to get, married on a Friday because the courthouse is not open on the Saturday in that year. Our anniversary of
the 14th.
The 14th was on a Saturday, so we was just like, let's just go with Friday the 13th. People would think it's crazy, but those superstitions went right out the window. And we got married on the 13th.
Yeah, it was such a beautiful day. I would not change it, honestly. So I do feel like reality wasn't bad at all, because you know how normally expectation versus reality is like always, the reality is always worse. But for me, it also made me realize things in my personal life that, like, wow, like, I never knew this. Like, sometimes when you make personal decisions, or I guess for us, our family decisions, you see, like, other people's true feelings, emotions, and of that sort. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was just like, okay, I understand the term of, once you're married, you belong to that man. The man belongs to you.
Yeah.
And that's the bond now that you have to nurture and mold and keep growing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's pretty dope, man. I'm happy.
So, yes, that was our expectations versus reality of our wedding day. And let us know, how did you get married? Did you have the extravagant wedding? Or were you like us and just went to a courthouse, and one day you'll,
renew your vows?
Yeah, renew your vows and have the wedding you dreamed of, I guess. For us, we know we're going to have a ceremony, but it may not be what we expected from before. It may be something totally different.
Yeah, it'll be slightly different.
Okay. But yes, thank you so much for listening, and we will talk to you in the next episode. You can support us by
shopping
lastingeverafter.com.